Should we sing another song?
Yeah, sure. One more. Maharaj should be coming. Is the window closed, Maharaj?
What?
Is the window closed?
Yeah, I think so. Does anyone know which verse you finished with?
I've just finished the 9 roots of the sannyasis.
But here it's marked on the desire tree of devotional service.
Right. So in that, we definitely read the part about the roots. And I think we've gotten into the branches. I don't remember exactly where we left off.
Well, here this verse is, distribute this Krishna consciousness all over the world. If the fruits are distributed all over the world, my reputation as a pious man. One who has taken his birth as a human being, Bharata Bhumi Dehoy the Manusha
That was one of the last verses here.
It is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, and...
Maybe he hadn't read those Sanskrit ones, he'd just come to that one, perhaps.
Okay. Well, I'll start with Bharata Bhumi Dehoy. Ramananda. Okay. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabarutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitamscha Om Agyana Timrandasya Agyananjana Shalakya Chakshurun Lidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurava-bhistam Sapurakam Gurganarasisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupat Patanagam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vitam Sundaram Bande Vishwa Guruncha Divyat Bhagavat Premno Ibaja Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandabaranam Balarka Chilanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sareka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nadim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Manditam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shridaram Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gauravanvai Vatobanoriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavada Timingilo Darakatan Udritya Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdi Gahana Sukam Pradat Prabhum Tambaje Vancha Kopatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurachavishe Nama. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. This is the Adi-lila, chapter 9, the desire tree of devotional service. Translation and commentary by Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is verse number 41. Bharata bhumite hoila manusya janmajar janma sartaka kori korapara upakar. When he was taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatvarsha should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. The magnanimity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is expressed in this very important verse. Although he was born in Bengal, and Bengalis therefore have a special duty toward him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is addressing not only Bengalis, but all the inhabitants of India. It is in the land of India that actual human civilization can be developed. So we always use this verse as, for especially preaching to persons who understand the Bengali language, because that's how it's expressed. Bharata bhumite hoila manusya janmajar janma sartaka kori koraparupakar. And, it's saying that everyone born in Bharatvarsha has a special duty, not just to focus, not to just expand their energy in the normal pursuits of material life, but specifically it says parupakar, which means to do some benefit for other persons. So the benefit is to give someone something of value, which is, of course, Krishna consciousness. We're meant for, specifically meant for, preaching, engaging in others. And we can say in a broader sense that this is really can be utilized for every human being, that we're considering that the focus of so many materialists is on making some solution for the problems of material life. But as Prahlad Maharaj said, there are many problems, and there are many different kinds of solutions proposed. But he said, generally the solutions are worse than the problems themselves. So But if someone takes to heart this verse, then they'll see that anyone we meet or talk with, we should be able to benefit them really by giving them something of lasting value. So, of course, with each person we meet, as many persons have asked questions about, there's always some different way of engaging others, but it's not always so direct. I remember when Goswami Maharaj was publishing one book, one magazine actually, and it didn't seem directly related to Krishna consciousness, but Srila Sridhar Maharaj termed it slow poison, in the sense that it was taking a more, you can say, indirect approach to preaching to others, talking about so many things that are prevalent in society, like concern for the environment and concern for health and all these different kinds of things, which, one person was asking me, how can I preach to my workers and other persons? It's like that, just trying to distribute some sukriti to others. Anyway, I always heard our acharyas many times preaching this verse, especially in India, or to Indians, I should say. Etavaz janma safalyam dehinam iha dehishu pranar artar diya vacha shreya acharanam sada. It is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of all others, with his life, wealth, intelligence, and words. It is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence, and words. Praninam upakaraya yad eveha paratracha karmana manasa vacha tad eva mati man bhajed. By his work, thoughts, and words, an intelligent man must perform actions which will be beneficial for all living entities in this life and the next. Mali manusha mar nahirajadan phala phula diyakore punya uparjan. I am merely a gardener. I have neither a kingdom nor very great riches. I simply have some fruits and flowers that I wish to utilize to achieve piety in my life. Aholesham varam janma sarva prani upajivinam sujanashyeva yesham vai vimuka yanti nartina. Just see how these trees are maintaining every living entity. Their birth is successful. Their behavior is just like that of great personalities. For anyone who asks anything from a tree never goes away disappointed. E agya koila jadi chaitanya mulakar parama ananda pila brika parivar. The descendants of the tree, the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were very glad to receive this. I skipped a verse here. Maliana brika hoila eta ichate sarva pranir upakara hoi brika hoite. Although I am acting as a gardener, I also wish to be the tree, for thus I can bestow benefit upon all. Ahole shambaram janma sarva prani upajivinam sujanasyeva yesham vai vimuka yanti nartina. Just see how these trees are maintaining every living entity. Their birth is successful. Their behavior is just like that of great personalities. For anyone who asks anything from a tree never goes away disappointed. So Mahaprabhu is firm that he's the gardener, but he also says, although I'm acting as a gardener, I also wish to be the tree, for thus I can bestow benefit upon all. So, and what is being presented here is a very nice, we can say, analogy, or example, more than an analogy, an example of Mahaprabhu, how he wants to, he wants to be the gardener of the, producing, so many fruits and flowers of Krishna consciousness to give to others. But he says, and I also wish to be the tree, because no one is ever disappointed by the magnanimity what the tree gives, very generously. A agya koila jari chaitanya malakar paramananda paila brika parivar. Agya koila jari chaitanya malakar paramananda paila brika parivar. The descendants of the tree, the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were very glad to receive this order directly from the Lord. Yeyahanta handana kore premaval valasvade matalok hoila sakao. The fruit of love of God is so delicious that wherever a devotee distributes it, those who relish the fruit anywhere in the world immediately become intoxicated. Here the wonderful fruit of love of God is distributed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described. We have practical experience that anyone who accepts this fruit and sincerely tastes it immediately becomes mad after it and gives up all his bad habits, being intoxicated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Mahamaraka Premafal Peta Borikai Matila Sakala Lok Hasenachigai. The fruit of love of God is distributed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is such a great intoxicant that anyone who eats it, filling his belly, immediately becomes maddened by it and automatically chants, dances, laughs, and enjoys. But here, that's the translation, but it says, anyone becomes intoxicated by eating this fruit, and then it says here, let them eat and become mad and laugh, dance, and chant like that. So, Mahaprabhu, not just saying it in the passive tense, he wants, let them eat, let them all become intoxicated by this fruit of prema, this love of Godhead. Geho God, Geho Garagari Jai, Kehota Hunkar, Dekyanandita Haya, Hase Malakar. When Mahaprabhu, the great gardener, sees that people are chanting, dancing, and laughing, and that some of them are rolling on the floor and some are making loud humming sounds, he smiles with great pleasure. So here the word hunkar has been translated as making loud humming sounds. Hunkar can also be roaring and like that. When Mahaprabhu, the great gardener, sees that people are chanting, dancing, and laughing, and that some of them are rolling on the floor and some are making loud humming sounds, he smiles with great pleasure. E malakarakai, e premafal, nirabadi mata rohe, biras, vibasa vibal, e malakarakai, e premafal, nirabadi mata rohe, vibasa vibal. The great gardener, Lord Chaitanya, personally eats this fruit, and as a result, he constantly remains mad, as if helpless and bewildered. Sarvaloke mata koila apana saman premimat matalok bina nahe dekyan With his Sankirtan movement, the Lord made everyone mad like himself. We do not find anyone who was not intoxicated by his Sankirtan movement. So that's the result of doing Sankirtan, engaging one in devotional service. One will become as if intoxicated. This has no reference to any kind of disgusting other mundane intoxicants. But this is actually the real intoxicant, Mahaprabhu's engagement in Sankirtan. If someone joins in that, they won't feel any other necessity in their life. Jai Jai Purve Ninda Koila Bole Mato Jao Seho Fala Kai Nache Bole Bula Balo. Okay, Jai Jai Purve Ninda Koila Bole Mato Jao Seho Fala Kai Nache Bole Balo Balo. Persons who had formerly criticized Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, calling him a drunkard, also ate the fruit and began to dance, saying, very good, very good. Eta kohilun primafal bitaran ebe shuna faladata jeje sakagan. After describing the Lord's distribution of the fruit of love of Godhead, I now wish to describe the different branches of the tree of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Rupa Raghunath Parijaras, Chaitanya-charitamrta, Kohe Krishnadas, praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta, Adi-lila, 9th chapter, describing the desire tree of devotional service. So, that's a nice, very nice chapter. This chapter entitled The Desire Tree of Devotional Service. Very, very beautiful, very nice description. So, very much like the example of Mahaprabhu being the gardener and also Mahaprabhu desiring to be the tree itself, because he's saying that the fruit which the gardener has distributed coming from the tree is so magnanimous and great in giving this tree, Mahaprabhu's own tree. You know, he has gone from the gardener to become the tree, and he's giving, you know, this very succulent, tasty fruit to everyone. You know, and they're eating and becoming mad and dancing and laughing and chanting, and they're becoming just ecstatic. And that is the result. You know, imagine this kind of fruit you will eat. You can eat an apple, or you can eat a mango, or you can eat, you know, some papaya, and that will be very tasty, very nice taste. But this fruit which Mahaprabhu is distributing is unimaginable. It's unimaginable. Anyone who eats it just becomes very happy and transported to another realm of consciousness. So that's really what we're interested in. I mean, I don't know. I find this world, material world, I mean, there are glimpses of something nice in it. We see that all the time. Some glimpses, because there is obviously a connection with divinity in this world. But the consciousness of most people is very boring. They're on a very boring level of consciousness. There's just no juice, no taste there. You know. And sometimes we engage in conversations with them and we become boring ourselves. But there's another level or another realm of distributing Krishna consciousness. And I like the way it's described here, because I don't want to do it in a very stiff, formalistic way. It's not, I don't feel that really conveys very much, you know. Like just talking to people, and then, you know, they politely listen, but not very much juice there. Whereas here, we can imagine a fruit that you bite into and the juice just rolls down your face, and it's so pleasant. You have a comment, Maharaj? Because I'm thinking that we read just a few verses, but we can end with the end of the chapter. That's my feeling. And the next reading can be of the beginning of the next chapter. But this is just an example that conveys, you know, something of special nature.
Maharaj, it says that the tree formed two branches, Advaita and Nityananda. Is it that our line is through Nityananda?
It doesn't really say two branches. It says that it divides into two trunks.
Two trunks, okay.
Yeah. Like that. Then from those trunks come many, many branches. But you know, from, it says like that, right? And then there are many branches and sub-branches and branches of the sub-branches and everything like that. So, you know, you can see that this tree has so much foliage. Is it, the word is foliage? You know, it has,
Crown.
crown. Yeah, so many. I have seen in one place called, where is it? I guess it's Cordoba in Mexico, in the state of Veracruz. I've seen mango trees that are so huge you could easily park a car underneath them. They're just huge. So the idea of some tree that's so extensive that, you know, branches and leaves and so much fruits. And I imagine, I don't know how someone gets all to those branches, but there's so much fruit being produced from that tree. Now I've seen, like when I drive in California, all these fruit-producing places, generally they grow trees that are no taller than a man, and they produce fruit. And the trees themselves don't look very big, but they produce many fruits, and they can easily pick them because they're not tall. And I really think that is, personally, I think that is cheating. I don't think those trees produce fruit that tastes very good. You know, you're asking a tree that's not very huge, it's not very big, and it's producing all these fruit, you know, and it's kept small so that they can pick it. Just seems to me the stupid, cheating mentality of modern society. And as a result, you can buy that fruit. It can be natural or it can be organic, but most of it has no taste. Huh? So, you know, I don't know why they can't understand that a big tree can produce some nice fruit, and their little dwarf trees will not produce good fruit. That is my opinion. Do you think that's true? You eat.
I don't know, I'm not a biologist.
But you've seen trees. You've seen that they keep trees this tall so that they can pick all the fruit.
You think there is a relation between the size of the
I think so.
tree and taste of the fruit?
I think there is. I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Huh?
I think you're right, Maharaj.
it depends on the soil.
Huh?
Depends on the soil.
Yeah, but the tree is what's producing the fruit.
Being forced to produce an
It's not
unnatural
the
amount of fruit.
Yeah, it's not the soil that's producing the fruit, like it's the tree itself, you know, the photosynthesis of all the leaves and, you know. This is, I may be opinionated against.
Does it mean that the children of small people are of worse character than
No,
other ones?
no, because,
You're not so tall, but you're very funny.
but also, you know, I don't know because I'm not eating children.
I'm talking about character. Not the
Well, I was talking about the taste.
taste.
Does anyone have a question?
I wonder, does the Advaita trunk, does that survive today? Is there
Of course,
lines?
yeah. You know. Who's the, I'm trying to think, just recently I was reading about one personality who was, who was it that was the family priest of Raghunath Das Goswami?
Janardan.
Janardan. And he had, you know, do you know who he was a disciple of?
Perhaps Vasudev Ghosh?
Yeah.
No. Well, no, I mean Vasudev Dutt. I don't remember. He had some relationship with Vasudev Dutt. I don't remember exactly.
Okay. I'm just trying to organize my thoughts a little bit. There was one person who was in Green Street yesterday, and where did we read? What did we read? We were reading Chaitanya Bhagavat. That's what it was. Anyway, your question is that are there any persons who are the branch of Advaita-charya?
I'm wondering.
Yes, there must be, obviously. Because it's described that, you know, of his sons, for instance, Achyutananda is the most well known. He also had other sons, and I'm sure that genealogy has not only physically passed to others, but also in terms of, you know, terms of his nature of Krishna consciousness, his nature. It's coming to others. We're chanting, you know, Panchatattvatmatam Krishna Bhakti Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. That's the beginning, Panchatattvat.
Panchatattmatmakam
Purusham.
Bhakti Rupa Swarupakam, Bhakti Avataram, Bhaktakyam, Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Are we not chanting that every day? Are we not intoning Advaitacharya's name as a member of the Panchatattva? Are we not preaching, trying to preach something in the spirit of the Panchatattva we read in the Adi-lila 7th chapter just a few days ago about Mahaprabhu's activities in relation, in the chapter which is called the Panchatattva, or related with the Panchatattva in the beginning of 7th chapter. So, every day before we chant the Maha Mantra, we're chanting those names of Panchatattva and Advaitacharya. So, I don't, so we're drawing upon and we're reading, hearing about the mercy of Advaitacharya, so that I assume the mercy of Advaitacharya, hopefully, is coming to us. And it is part of our preaching mood. The branches and sub-branches, etc., they have spread so much that, who is related with what, who isn't what. We're not believers so much of the, this idea like the Nityananda Vamsa and the Dvaita Vamsa. It's not like our concern as physical genealogy. But I would say that maybe we all have some relationship with the Advaitacharya. So, by the same question, are there any persons of the branches of Nityananda? Are there any persons of the branches of Gadadhar Pandit? Of course there are. We all have some relationship with these branches because we become grafted. Or is that the right word? I don't know. Huh? Maybe I myself have even been born of small persons.
Relationship means adherence to the conceptions they brought. Adherence to the conceptions they brought.
Adherence to what?
The conceptions.
Of Advaitacharya?
Yeah.
Sure. I always hear about Advaitacharya's exchanges with Nityananda Prabhu and his joking and, the dialogue between the two of them. That you're just a stiff caste Brahmin and you are an unknown mendicant from, no one can understand. You're an avadut. You're trying to make persons mad like yourself. I do not know what will be my destiny just sitting with you and all that. There's exchange going on back and forth. So, what was your question again?
I was just thinking, because some people, maybe they don't know anything about the life of these personalities, but they can share the same ideals or be adherent to the conceptions those persons brought, and by relating to what they were saying and what they were living for, then it brings together.
Yeah, therefore we should transmit the Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta to them, so they'll know something about the values of Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. And there were such great personalities. Whenever the devotees would come from Bengal to Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu would always send 2 garlands, first of all, for Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah. So, and as we heard, two huge trunks or branches, how you would want to say it, of the tree of Mahaprabhu. After these persons have some introduction to, as you say, the conceptions given, then hopefully they'll enter more into the proximity of the devotees and hear from them and be able to understand more and appreciate the persons who are in relationship with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because when, if you want to really consider, how to, imbibe or get what Mahaprabhu is offering you, in terms of, if I want to use the example of food or fruits, then one will want to know Mahaprabhu along with his associates. Otherwise, why the importance of chanting the Panchatattva mantra? We want to be able to appreciate Mahaprabhu and all those who are very dear to him. Then, after they associate with you for some time, then they'll know something about Advaita Acharya. Because you're practicing, you're a devotee, you're engaging in so many activities, like filming, to be able to transmit something to other persons. Well then, I can say, whoever sees this film, please read about Advaita Acharya. Read the Chaitanya-charitamrta. All right, so I'll stop here. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Janardan Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Radhana Hey Jai Gosai Kori Janana Banan Jai Devi Nana Shamishta Puran Jai Gosai Jamri Dharana Dastava Bhadarenu Mora Panchagram Karir Janana Sevi Bhakta Sanibam Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Radha Giridhari Ju Ki Jai.